Well, good evening and welcome to Charlie Bridge Junior Court here in Sackets Harbor for sectional basketball on NBC Watertown. Connor Lalone alongside Ron Rockwood as we're here in Sackets in the second round of the Class D boys semis, boys sectional as I should say. This will be the quarterfinals, and we're expecting a pretty good one in a game that's a rematch of one we saw here earlier this year. As Oliva's three off the back iron, a couple of offensive rebounds though for Sackets to start the evening here, and look for them to continue to do that all night. Munoz from dead on off the back iron, offensive rebound again right on cue. Luke Peters into the post for Nick Coco. Tough pass down low into the corner, but handled by Tracy. Munoz top of the arc. They go into Coco in the post, and he spins.
Nice
good
pass.
feed underneath. Now in trouble right under the basket was Tracy, and he had it deflected out of bounds.
Boy, I was noticing as they came on the court, Sackett seems to have a lot of size, and early they are dominating the glass. Got a couple, 3 extra possessions already here. First trip down the court. I missed that first game between the two, so excited to see these two match up.
Maybe a break here for Sackets, or for Belleville rather, as right to the rim, Landon David opens the scoring.
Don't need to worry about the rebound when you fill it up.
Small gym here in Sackets, and it gets loud in a hurry, especially not only in a sectional game, but a sectional game that's a rivalry match between these two teams. These two schools play each other a lot and don't particularly care for each other. It's full in here. Munoz in the corner, nearly had it stripped. Works it out. Three-pointer from Tracy. That will not go either. Tipped around a couple of times, and Sackets will control. Oliva from the far side, short on the three, offensive board, and the second chance wouldn't go for Tracy underneath. Here's Cash Gordonier the other way. Now Gordonier goes right to the rim.
Looked like an extra step.
And he draws a foul instead. Exford with a call here on the near side, and 2 shots coming up at the line for the junior guard, Gordonier.
Boy, just law of averages. One of these threes got to go down for Sackets Harbor. I think they've taken 7 triples already. They certainly move it around well, just can't get anything to fall.
Gordonier got to tie his shoe before the 3. Belleville Henderson already with a change ready. As Gordonier misses the first. Landon David's going to come out of the game. He's got a brace on his left knee anyway, and on that last play, it looked like he just might have come down on top of somebody else's foot.
Definitely a little limp.
And he's gone to the bench. Off, at least for now. Cameron Hodge into the game as Gordonier makes the second of 2. Early 3-0 lead for the Panthers. Oliva out to Munoz. Back to Oliva. Tracy in the corner. Down low for Nick Coco against Gordonier. Dishing back out. Peters from 3. That's short. Again, a battle underneath. Gordonier wins that one.
Good rebound there.
Now Gordonier on the far side directing traffic. Lost the dribble in his foot, and Hodge tried to save it down low, but the ball I think was sitting on the baseline out of bounds when he picked it up. Sackets still looking for their first points. Munoz, Peters back to Gabe Munoz here now across for Spencer Oliva. Into the corner for Tracy. Tracy back to Oliva. He's picked up by Hodge, who came in off the bench. Munoz again tries from 3. Offensive rebound, Tracy, and he puts it right back in.
Finally able to cash in on a possession. It's still just 3-2. The shooting percentages, if you were to flash those up on the screen, would not look similar. But the free throw is the difference right now.
Trouble here on the near side for Hyman. They dish out to Gordonier, and he's harassed by Coco, forced into picking up the dribble. Now at the top of the arc, looking for an option, comes out to the near side for Hodge. Avoid a 5-second call. Deep 3 from Gordonier off the back iron. Nobody down there for Belleville to come away with a rebound, and it's Spencer Oliva.
That's your downside when your big rebounder is just one taking the 3. Pretty tough to get a board inside.
Handles the ball a lot for this Belleville team. Foul in the post as Coco was trying to back in.
even with the poor shooting percentage here to start for Sackets, I feel like the way they run their offense, at some point, Belleville's going to come out of that shell a little bit, and when it does, should open up some backdoor action for Sackets if they want to take it. But they seem pretty content to shoot from the outside.
Mid-range jumper that time for Oliva. Gordonier now. Over on the far side in front of the Sackets bench. Gordonier steps back, trying to answer for mid-range, and Oliva with the board, and he's going to look to push the tempo for the Patriots. Now into the lane, Oliva, floater, tough shot, wouldn't go. A lot of contact there, but he gets right back up, and we play on as Belleville has the basketball going the other way with Harley Eastman. Eastman hops out, down low for Gordonier, uses one dribble and finishes.
That's a great look on the baseline.
Panthers back in front. Munoz. Out into the corner for Tracy. In and out. Rebounded by Hyman.
That's really the first three they've had that even look like it was online so far. Maybe tuning it in a little bit.
Here's Gordonier. That's a tough shot with the left hand. Offensive rebound and the putback.
Very nice.
Hyman underneath. Oliva to Munoz. Back to Spencer Oliva. He is about 6 feet behind.
That one's on. Yeah. He was warming up from out there. Not afraid to shoot it from deep.
Game tied now at 7. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hyman here on the near corner. Into the post for Cameron Hodge. Tracy with the rebound. Hodge all over him. He's going to pick up a foul.
Pretty fast-paced action here.
Yeah, very.
Under 3 to go, first quarter. Pretty low scoring. Belleville's had a fairly efficient offense when they've gotten the ball in the air. A couple of turnovers. Sackets getting a ton of extra shots because of the offensive glass, and here we sit 7 apiece.
Good on the offensive glass. Some of that because they've missed so many.
Boy, they backed off of him out there. He thought about taking it.
Coco in the post, now out to Peters. Bounce pass to Tracy. Oliva far side. He's closed down quickly by Landon David, who's back in for Belleville Henderson. Munoz from the corner. That's short. Gordonier, another rebound underneath. Screen from Hyman for Gordonier. A couple times now he's lost the ball down there low. Just harassed by Coco at the top of the arc.
Yeah, he walked.
Travel here on the near
Gordonier's
side.
got good handle in the open court, but boy, once he gets down that set offense, they body him up, and I think he still tries to go down with the dribble, and he's got to at least give it up there or jump over somebody. That's when he's had trouble, when they've fronted him. He's got great handle in the open court.
2:08 left in the first quarter. Timeout called by Todd Hyman, Belleville Henderson.
So you saw these guys play early in the year. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess Sackets' offense is working around till you got an open 3.
Yeah, they like to shoot the 3. What we saw from them the first time these two teams played, and it hasn't been broken out yet by Coach Jake Hess, is the press.
Oh, okay.
Sackets pressed in that game off and on, but when they did, they had some real success with that. They forced Belleville Henderson into turnovers, obviously create opportunities in the fast break.
All right, from what I've seen, it looks like Gordonier's their main ball handle. If you prevent him from getting the ball, from what I've seen, we'll see if they struggle getting it up the court. But and a very deep bench over there. Of course, this is sectional time,
right,
so you got some JV guys that come up. But.
Yep. Ross, the bench is a little deeper than they were earlier in the year. Peters out of the timeout. Munoz here, near corner. He's going to continue to pull.
They are not shy. Keep shooting it.
Patriots out in front by 3, 10-7. Kobe Robshaw handed off for David. Hodge into the lane.
Oh, they called it offensive. That one could have gone either way.
It was Hyman who drove in. Picks up his second. Just 3 fouls on Belleville Henderson, 2 of them on Charles Hyman. Tracy Peters, touch pass into the corner. Oliva from 3. Off the back iron again. Gordonier underneath. Now Cash over half court. Picked up by Nicholas Coco. Screen from Eastman for Gordonier, who picks up his dribble as Peters and Coco double. Eastman fakes the 3 against Peters. Top of the arc, that's David. Hop step into the post, looks all right. Gordonier, mid-range, fadeaway, wouldn't go. Tough shot for him. He's capable from there, but that's a difficult one. Oliva now. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Oliva to Munoz in the corner. They swing it all the way around. Open in the far corner. In and out from Andrew Tracy. Tipped around. Tracy had it taken away at the last second by David, and now here comes Hyman up the near side. Hyman has Gordonier. Finds him underneath. Gordonier, great hesitation.
Move.
Got Coco up in the air and then finished.
So hard to have that patience when you're that close to the rim. That's a beautiful play. That's the second time underneath. He's just been patient, let the defender go by. Easy layup.
Shot clock turned off here at the end of the first quarter. Sackets up by 1, 10-9. Oliva into the corner. Tracy into the lane now underneath. Coco fouled on the shot. Kind of a late whistle there, but
just going to say the same thing. Late whistle, but probably the right call.
Contact underneath sends Nick Coco to the line. No good on the first. Change here for Belleville right at the last 12 seconds of the first quarter. Cullen McNitt in.
Interesting to see if he makes this, if they'll throw that press in that you mentioned here, try to get a turnover. Nope.
Belleville going to roll the ball out. Eastman picks it up as Peters came out to challenge him. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. McNitt with the screen.
No need to rush. Still got time.
Now Eastman
now
again.
Do it.
Tough shot. Eastman line drive. Hard off the glass. Oliva with a rebound, and that'll end the first quarter between Sackets and Belleville.
Pretty fast-paced action there. Got a ton of three. I wish we'd been keeping track. Just they do a fantastic job of moving it around the perimeter. Sackets does until somebody's got a 3 and they don't need a ton of space to want to put it up.
They've had open looks. They just
haven't knocked them down.
Really converted on them. Oliva's got 1-3, but that was well beyond the arc.
That should have been 3.5. But Belleville, they're unfazed. They scrappy, but they give up the offensive rebound. They're right back on defense, ready to go again. And eventually, it seems like the theme has been they miss enough of those threes, and eventually Gardner comes across, grabs the rebound flying through the lane, and change of possession. For the most part, Belleville's been limited to one shot, but they've been decently efficient. So 2-point game. No real. They got the one player with 2 fouls. Okay. I didn't see Hyman pick up a third, but the scoreboard says 3. There wasn't a foul right at the end, was there?
I don't think so.
I didn't see it either, but the scoreboard definitely says 3.
Either way, he's not out there to start the second quarter. Belleville has hung with Sackets so far here in the sectionals. McNitt pass tipped by
hands.
Oliva, comes right back to David, and they go back out to Harley Eastman. David across. Rob Shaw into the corner. Eastman shot wouldn't go. Rob Shaw with a rebound. Now Gordonier here at the top of the arc. Has the screen if he wants it. Instead, he's stripped by Oliva and then went down hard as he tried to take away the basketball from Oliva, who missed the layup in
Good
transition.
Solid defense on the breakaway there. Didn't give up on the play, just stuck with him. Didn't foul. It's good defense.
Up to the near side, Gordonier steps in, floater with the right hand, too strong. Rebounded by Tracy, and now Tracy will dribble out. Tracy over half court, hands off for Peters. They go into the corner for Gabe Munoz. Back to Peters here. Across, Tracy. Oliva's in the corner against Rob Shaw. Tracy now against David. Coco in the post, guarded well by Gordonier and forced into the turnover as Eastman comes up with a loose basketball.
As soon as that ball goes inside the arc, then Belleville is on it. But they seem content to let them shoot the triples. It's working so far.
Gordonier again in the post. He's doubled here. Good pass out of it to get it to Rob Shaw on the far side. Then into the corner. David from three.
Boom! But Rob Shaw's got to be careful. He's got this hop step every time he gets the ball. They called it once, but boy, it sure looks like he's leaving his feet. And the answer right back after it. That's his second triple.
Gabe Munoz from the near side. Not sure Belleville really wants to get into a game of dueling threes with Sackets.
No.
Eastman, tough pass underneath. McNitt couldn't handle it after it was tipped a couple of times, and Munoz has it. This is another thing for this Sackets team. All five guys can handle the ball. Timeout called by Jacques. Sackets leads by 2 with 5:51 to go in the first half.
You feel like you see that with teams that tend to press a lot. I feel like it kind of makes sense. You're a team that presses a lot. You're trying to create turnovers against teams that don't handle the ball well. If you think about it, you're facing that all the time in practice. Eventually, everybody tends to become a better ball handler. Several teams around the league, I feel like they press, and they tend to have 3, 4, 5 guys that can bring it up the court. I think it's because they're used to seeing it. I'm excited to see this press you mentioned, and I'm waiting for them to pull the trigger, and they haven't done it.
They lead by 2 out of the timeout. It'll be their basketball over in front of the Belleville Henderson bench, and Peters inbounds to Oliva. Back here to Luke Peters. Oliva.
Oh, he wants that shot.
Daring.
He's a good 5 feet beyond the arc.
Daring David to come out and guard him. Turned over in the post by Coco. Here's Eastman. Gets it right back on the near side from Rob Shaw. Gordonier now. Pass down low for McNitt. Good feed out into the corner. David.
Bang! Again. That guy can shoot it from the corner.
One from the far corner, one from this one. Belleville back in front. Peters into the corner for Tracy. He drives into the post. Dishes back out. Peters. Good pass to Munoz. Draws Gordonier. Has now got a lane to the basket. McNitt did really well defensively.
Wow. That's got to be black
ahead.
ball.
Yep, came off of Oliva last.
That's the right call. Right down here in front of us. Had a good look.
Rob Shaw had it taken away by Oliva. So active at the top of that defense. Now Oliva behind the back and foul before the shot.
Nice athletic finish, but
terrific.
He was definitely fouled on the floor. Smart move, clearly. He just saved him a deuce.
So Peters will inbound. Oliva. Pull-up jumper from just inside the free throw line. Gordonier with another rebound. Gordonier against Peters. Dishing out McNitt. In and out on the 3 from Rob Shaw, and underneath Oliva will get it from Nick Coco. It's been quiet offensively, but don't expect that to continue. Defended well by Gordonier, though, so far. Oliva from 3 again. That was a line drive.
Nice
Coco
rebound.
offensive rebound.
Stripped.
McNitt had it
twice
for a second, and then Eastman comes up with it.
Just active hands inside for Belleville.
Eastman on the near side. Gets the screen from Gordonier. Got around Peters.
Glass.
Shot in.
Nice. That one was intentional. You could see that one go up and off the top of the target, if you will, on the backboard. Boy, they are playing well. You know, you watch them play defense. They're not necessarily in everybody's grill outside the 3. I think they realize Sackets is going to move it around enough to get an open 3. I feel like they've decided, look, once that ball comes inside, we're going to collapse on it. We're going to knock it away. Active hands, and it's worked. The kryptonite to that is if Sackets starts making threes, they're going to blow this open in a hurry because they got several guys that can shoot it. But right now the plan's working. Belleville finds himself up 3. I think they've got Sackets a little flustered. They're not knocking down a ton of shots. And Belleville's doing just enough on the offensive end. You might want to try to find another scoring option. Got a couple of triples, but they are working Gordonier. Clearly he's option 1, and Sackets is doing everything to get the ball out of his hands and doing a pretty good job of it.
Gordonier with 5. David's got 8, including a couple of threes. Belleville with 17. Peters across to Oliva. Back to Peters. Coco's come out to the wing here as Munoz was set up inside. Floater from Oliva wouldn't go. Eastman with the board this time. Robshaw back across to this near side for Harley. Eastman had the screen from Gordonier. Goes down low instead. McNitt blocked
nice
underneath.
Block. Oh, that was a great pass and then a better defensive play to get the block.
Oliva out to Peters. That one off the back iron, off the top of the backboard, out of play. Sackett still struggling to connect consistently from beyond the arc. Here's the press.
Nice steal.
Coco to Oliva and
you
one.
Called it. Instant offense. It was just a matter of time.
A little surprised it took him this long to break it out. But
yep. They were just waiting to pull the trigger.
Immediate success with the press. Forcing a turnover. Oliva goes up with the basketball through the contact with the bucket, and now a chance for a three-point play after the timeout.
I don't think they put that bucket on the board. Wasn't it 17-14 before? I think it should be 16.
Zach Zabrisky's got it updated. He's on top of it over here.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was 17-14. That 3 was going to, there it goes. Maybe they're listening to our broadcast over there. Why wouldn't they be?
Happy to be here in Sackets. It's
a great venue here.
It's a fun place.
Smaller gym, but the fans just love their basketball here.
Very raucous.
But positive.
Yep.
I don't hear it. I'm in a couple gyms where the the kids are pretty close to the line. Not here. They're raucous, they're loud, but they're positive.
Absolutely.
See if they leave that press on and see how it impacts the game. It's been clearly even. This free throw will tie it up. But Belleville's going to have to show that they can get the ball down the court. So here we go.
They do leave it on.
He's going to want to get out of bounds first.
Gets you right back from Jacoby Robshaw. Hand on the pass from Oliva to deflect it out of play. I think there was a foul there called by Wiley. I saw him signal 1-3. I don't see it up on the board.
No, I'm not sure what they're waiting for here.
31 is the shot clock, so it was a 3-1, not a 1-3.
Okay.
Pass too tall for Robshaw, thrown out of play by Eastman here on the near side. The press can force turnovers. That one was unforced.
Yep.
Oliva. Sackets now with a chance to take back the lead. Peters back to Oliva. Picked up by David. Lost the ball as he went into the lane, and it was off of Landon David last.
A lot of times you get a second byproduct of that press, too. You get a couple easy layups, see the ball go through the hole. Suddenly those outside shots start to go down, too. Boy, that's a nice look.
Coco wouldn't go.
Oh, how do those 3 balls stay out?
A couple of extra chances. Sackets, there's Munoz missed one, and then Coco a second time underneath. Gordonier now goes into the lane. That
What?
is a circus shot. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, McNitt. His effort still wouldn't go either.
Well, Gordonier takes that ball into the lane. They're
ball's
crashing
going up.
down on him. Yeah, I think if he can look out to the outside, he's going to have shooters. There has to be people open. They got 3 on him.
Peters open from 3. Short. Gordonier with a rebound and struggling to get out here. Robshaw will carry
look
things
out.
back to Gordonier, who last second
Boy.
could have been disastrous. Robshaw has Gordonier in the corners. He's picked up by Peters, lost the ball. Oliva with the steal, and he stepped out of bounds here on the near side.
Robshaw just kind of looks rattled here all of a sudden.
Has the ball again. Across for David. Back to Robshaw, top of the arc. David, tough pass into the post and well read by Peters. Oliva comes up with the loose ball. Eastman trailing. Oliva goes up.
Great defense again.
Peters with the offensive rebound. Coco steps into the mid-range jumper off the feed from Peters. And cans it, 19-17.
And the press gets a turnover.
Oliva. Timeout, Belleville Henderson.
Boy, it was 17-14 when they flipped that press on after a missed 3. Been a 7-0 run since. And the only shot Belleville's gotten up was that reverse flip from Gordonier that didn't touch the rim, and the second chance putback that didn't touch. They haven't touched the rim since they led 17-14.
Minute 19 to go in the first half. We talked about it.
Yeah.
When was Sackets going to break that out?
Yeah, you absolutely called it. And it's an active press. Boy, they got such wingspans on a couple of those guys. They put their size up at the front of the press. Usually you'll see teams get it in, they struggle near half court. These guys are struggling down right under the baskets. When they turn it over, you turn around, it's a layup.
Yeah, that most recent bucket, I mean, Oliva has the basketball. You can almost go up with it in one motion off the steal.
Yep.
Patriots will continue to press out of the timeout.
Yeah, I don't know why you pull it off until Belleville proves they can beat it consistently.
Hyman back into the game. Here's David across half court, out to Eastman.
Nicely
Eastman,
done.
good look underneath on the reverse.
Oh,
Wouldn't go.
got
Gets
the
a
steal.
steal, though, and that one will go in.
As we get down to a minute, Belleville, despite the struggle here in the last couple of minutes, got to be pretty happy to be sitting in a 2-point game.
Tracy from the corner, shot wouldn't go, tipped around by Hyman. Robshaw pokes it to David, and he looks over his shoulder as he crosses half court. Now Gordonier. Gordonier, Jacoby Robshaw into the corner. Hyman, skip pass out to David here. Pulls up from just inside the arc. Coco with the rebound. Now Peters. Shot clock turned off. Or it will be. Now it is.
One, probably.
Leading by a pair. Sackets, like Ron said, can hold here for the last shot of the half. And what's been a closer game than I think they would have liked here in the first. Oliva, Peters, 5 to go. Coco in the post. That's a tough shot fading away off the back iron, tipped around. And last minute heave from Eastman won't go. I'm not sure he got it off in time anyway.
Well, that's an interesting half. I mean, you can take both teams and you can find some positives. You can find some things to fix. To me, if you're Sackets, you clearly thought you'd be up more at this point. But their shooting percentage has been abysmal, and they still lead. And as a positive, I think they've seen the effect that press is going to have when they decide to use it. Belleville has played great defense inside. Boy, a couple fast breaks that should have been easy layups.
Looks, yep.
Not only did they not give up the bucket, they didn't foul. They've played great in the lane, and they've challenged Sackets to make shots, and they, just to this point, have not knocked a lot of them down. Their struggle is, I don't think you can say they've figured out the press. They were lucky it didn't come out until there were 3 minutes left in the quarter. So we'll see. Maybe they can draw something up at halftime to beat that press, because I got to think they're going to see a heck of a lot more of it in the second half.
21-19 the score. Sackets with the lead over Belleville Henderson in the second round of the boys Class D sectional tournament. Sackets with a win over IHC last Friday. Belleville Henderson with an upset win over New York Mills. That's just a 10 and a 7 there in that matchup. The winner of this game will play the winner of Copenhagen and De Ruyter. That's a game that's happening tomorrow night. De Ruyter's the 3 here in Class D. They look like a force. You look at some of the stats they put up this year. They scored 90 several times this year. So,
and Copenhagen can fill it up too. So that could be a good one.
Talked to Jake Hess before the game. Jake, a buddy of mine from high school. He's not thrilled about the prospect of playing either of those teams.
Right, I'm sure.
They got to get past Belleville Henderson first.
Yep.
It's a close one here at halftime.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a great bracket, especially on that bottom half. Absolutely. Winner of this game against the winner of De Ruyter and Copenhagen. That should be a great semifinal matchup on the 10th. No, the 4th.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the 4th.
Yep.
7 o'clock.
Semis at RFA. Yep.
And the championship games at the 10th. Right.
Still half to play between Sackets Harbor and Belleville Henderson here. Tomorrow night we're going to be in Louville as the Red Raiders host General Brown.
Yeah, 4-5 matchup. That should be a good game. Two different styles of basketball, I think. I mean, General Brown's got a lot of athletes. Both teams have a lot of athletes. I think Louville would rather get in that wide open game, and General Brown's going to kind of physical you, work it, and then get themselves an easy shot. Two good coaches, Neto, Chambeau. They play basketball. They know basketball. It should be a good one.
Yeah, really excited for that one. Tomorrow night right here on NBC Watertown. A couple of teams we've seen already this year. It's always interesting to see. We see a team like General Brown early in the season and then see them again later and how they've developed since then. So it should be a really intriguing one.
Should be a good matchup. And again, we said this a few months ago in the football season when we did the Louville General Brown football game. No love lost between those two schools, two teams. And a lot of the guys that were on the football field that crossed the line from each other are going to be on the court looking at each other. So that should be a good one. Clean game, but physical and hard fought for sure. Whoever walks out of there the winner will have earned it.
Excited for that one. And then next Monday we'll be at Case in Watertown for the girls Class D semis. Possibility of 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 Frontier League teams.
Frontier Leagues.
And that one, as those games don't start until Friday, the first round in Class D. There's so few teams.
Because there's so few, right.
And then they'll play the semis on Monday from Case Middle. Will be there for both of those. So
doubleheader Monday?
Yeah.
Starting at
6, I believe, is the first game.
Very nice.
So that should be a couple of more really exciting games. A chance to see some more Frontier League teams, probably. Beautiful. With Lafargeville, IHC, Copenhagen, Sackets all in the mix.
Yeah, that should be good. Traditional, I think we've seen all of them. I'm not sure if I've seen IHC this year. I've seen all of those teams. Yep. Good basketball, some different systems and different styles. Teams that all know each other very well, familiar. Clearly. Yeah. They know what each other does well. They know what they like to do on the defensive end. It makes for good basketball.
So that's what's coming up for us in the next week or so. Coming up tonight, we still got a whole half between Sackets and Belleville. There's about 5 minutes left in halftime, so we'll see you in, maybe 4.5 or so.
Maybe we can get some confirmation on whether Hyman picked up that third foul.
Yeah. We'll check into it. We'll let you guys know. We'll be back in a bit. Welcome back inside the gymnasium, Charlie Bridge Junior Court in Sackets Harbor for sectional basketball on NBC Watertown. Belleville Henderson just out onto the court in the nick of time to start the second half.
When you say literally in the nick of time, when you said welcome back to the court, I didn't know if you were talking to Belleville or our fans.
Patriots with a couple of point lead as we start the third quarter. Gabe Munoz looking for his third made three of the night. Gordonier with another rebound, and he's driving right to the lane. Foul on the floor. It's on Oliva reaching in. Tracy was bumping him from behind too, but they're going to get Oliva on the reach.
Well, he's just on the fringe of out of control as he goes down the court, but he's not pulling up. Once he gets ahead of steam, he's going to the basket.
Hyman back into the game. Ronnie got some clarification on that foul situation for Charles Hyman. He does have three.
Gonna have to be careful. I think he hasn't scored a ton, but I feel like a lot of the stuff they do runs through him.
Oliva tripped up.
Yeah, and they just got tangled, but they kind of have to call it. Guy's on a breakaway and goes down, you have to call it. Certainly nothing intentional.
No, it was David who was trailing. It's his second. Like you said, he kind of had a hand on the hip, and then the legs just got tangled. Inadvertent more than anything. But it is a foul. Peters from the corner. That one's strong. Tipped around off of Coco last and out of play.
The textbook emphatic call from Exford. He leaves no doubt when he calls a ball.
David, as Belleville looking to break the press. And David got his own rebound. And fighting for another one is
because he threw the defender into the first row with that elbow. I can't believe they didn't call it.
A little bit of a forearm shiver there on the drive-in. Munoz from deep. That one's too strong. Coco with a rebound against Gordonier. Lost the dribble in the post, but he was fouled by Eastman reaching in.
Boy, whether the intensity has popped up, and that's causing it. Boy, I think we just had more whistles in this first minute 13 than we had in that entire first quarter.
Peters had it poked away by David. Retreats to half court to pick it up. Now across to the near side for Tracy. Tracy. Pretty close. Into the corner. Munoz. Coco in the post. Peters flashing through the lane.
That's a great finish. Just about behind the backboard when he released that one. That's very athletic to put that in the hole.
Chance for a three-point play. In and out. Coco with the offensive rebound. Oliva now into the lane. Goes right to the hoop. Acrobatic move. Doesn't get the shot to go. Coco with the rebound. Gordonier ended up on the ground. He ends up with the rebound this time after a couple of looks for Sackets.
A lot of buckets on both ends been missed from point-blank range.
Gordonier from three.
Way short.
He's off balance there, never really had his feet set. Here's Oliva now, trying to cross up Eastman, goes right to the basket against him. Gordonier with another rebound. Oliva with the steal, fouled on the reverse by Gordonier.
Boy, Oliva's really creative at the hoop. Getting those shots off. Looks like he's completely blanketed and still gets the ball up on the rim.
Really crafty player. Gets the roll on the first free throw. Good on the second as well, and a timeout called by Belleville Henderson.
4-0 run to start the third quarter here for Sackets, extending that lead to 6. I think that's their biggest lead of the game. Just doesn't look like a flow when Belleville Henderson has the ball. They just look like they're scrambling and looking to get by somebody and hope something opens up. Where Sackets, granted, most of their offense is to set up an open three-point shot, but there's a flow to their offense, and you don't see it. It just looks scattered. But maybe that's by design.
Their basketball out of the timeout. Hyman, tough pass up ahead. Handled, though, by Harley Eastman. Eastman into the post, dishing off for Gordonier. He's trying to cut to the basket. Pass was behind him. Tough shot in the mid-range. Offensive rebound for Hyman, and then he had it poked away, controlled by Gabriel Munoz. Peters down low for Coco. Stays in bounds? No, foot on the line.
He and the official looked down at the same time. Knew his toe was on the line. Tried to scuff it back, but
pass was tipped on the inbounds, and Gordonier just let it go out of play. Still the press, though, from Sackets.
Not sure what the delay is here.
Shot clock issue again, maybe. Yep, 34. Another second needed to come off. Gordonier doubled here. Able to get it out to Eastman along the near sideline. Tipped and taken away. Tracy with the steal.
Pickpocket.
Andrew Tracy out to Peters. Shovel pass underneath.
Nice.
Nick Coco in the post.
That was fun to watch. Lead now up to 8 and growing.
Tracy got a hand on it, but couldn't come up with the pass. David out to the near side. Eastman from deep. That one's no good. Gordonier with the offensive rebound. He took it away from David. Shot in the mid-range wouldn't go as he was fading away. And that efficiency for Belleville Henderson has started to fall. Oliva shot.
And as have the shots for Sackets started to fall. The lead's now 10.
David, pass tipped.
Another
taken
turnover.
Away. Munoz with the steal. Belleville really starting to struggle now with the Sackets press. This is what we saw when these two teams played each other here
Bang.
a while back. And now
Suddenly,
Tracy.
13 is the lead. Starting to pull away. That press really rearing its ugly head. And Belleville just does not seem to have an answer.
And Sackets is continuing to take shots from deep. You only need so many of those to fall.
Yeah, and
if that's what you do is you shoot threes, eventually
they start to go. And when you've missed that many up front, they tend to start going down in bunches. They're creating turnovers. They're getting open looks. Creative around the rim. They're playing. Looks like a different basketball team than we saw in the first half. And as a result, Belleville looks a little bit different than we saw in the first half. They just don't have a chance to get that offense set. Everything's a scramble. Sackets has turned the game for Belleville into chaos. And ready to sink the teeth of that press into him again.
Hyman across, tough pass, and then right back to him. Heaved forward and out of play.
Another turnover.
Spencer Oliva across for Peters. Munoz back to Luke Peters. Peters back to Munoz, who's open. Steps aside Eastman and buries
Another
the
one
three.
down.
Gordonier now as Belleville trying something else to break the press. Rob Shaw doubled as the zone extends way out. They tip the pass. Peters
up ahead.
has Oliva. Oliva lays it in with a right hand.
Lead now 18. Belleville has yet to score in the third quarter.
Rob Shaw still in trouble. Up ahead, Eastman taken away. Peters with the steal. Now Tracy back to Peters. Has Munoz. They go down low to Coco, who spins
Nice
around
move.
one and lays it in over Gordonier.
And the lead 20. An 18-0 run to start the third.
Eastman.
And
tipped.
another turnover.
Coco with the steal.
The triple.
Peters, strong.
But an easy rebound and deuce.
Oliva was wide open under the hoop.
20 zip in the third quarter, leads at 22. Wow, and you can see it on the faces of Belleville. They just don't have an answer. Wow. What a turnaround. It really, honestly, as fantastic as the third quarter has been, it started in the end of that second quarter. 17-14, I believe, was the lead for Belleville. They put on the press, and from that point on, it's a 27-2 game. Just unbelievable the way that game turned instantly when they started using the press. And they have not let up a bit since.
Timeout called here by Belleville Henderson. Zach Zabriskie thinks that's their last timeout.
Really? And we're going to have a quick but ugly final 11 and a half minutes if that's the case, because they're going to need, you have to figure at some point, just to, if nothing else, there's another turnover.
Peters.
And an easy layup. My goodness.
Hodges come in for Belleville Henderson. A little surprised he hasn't played a little bit more, as David's under pressure from Oliva
and
here
he
on the
stepped
near
on the
side.
line. They can't even get the ball near half court. Wow.
Belleville Henderson making changes. They got to figure out who else needs to come off. It's the starting three of Eastman, Robshaw, and Gordonier come back on. Oliva off the inbound pass.
Oh, mama. Rack up three more. It's 25-0 in the third quarter.
Robshaw across to Gordonier, who inbounded the basketball, and he was fouled.
That's, you can do a little math here, but in 5 minutes to put up 25, that's 5 a minute. In a 32-minute game, they're on pace for 160.
Zach Zabriskie's got Spencer Oliva up to 19 with that three, matching Belleville Henderson.
Wow.
Tipped by Peters, out of bounds, Belleville basketball.
Well, you know, they talk about, you watch a football game on television, they talk about complementary football, one feeding the other. You're seeing exactly that here for Sackets. Talked about how much they struggled to shoot the ball. Their defense kind of gave that energy to the offense. It transferred one end to the other, and they have been lights out since. But Belleville did get on the scoreboard.
Brady Mooney with the mid-range jumper. Look pure.
I thought he wanted that deep one. Oh, nice block. Got him on the hand. He knew it. I think he knew it. He got him on the side of the hand.
Eastman with a foul. Fifth foul, too, on Belleville Henderson here with 2:25 left in the quarter. So Sackets in the bonus. Lane violation there on Sackets.
Yeah, I think they took one of the shots away. Give him the second one.
Don't see that often before the shot is taken, but
and
another turnover. Peters right to the rim.
Wow, nice creative finish.
Jason
the lead
Vest
now at 28.
Trying to inbound, gets it to Gordonier. Gordonier right to the basket. That's a tough shot. Wouldn't go defended supremely well by Oliva.
He's off in the equipment room there on the other side of that curtain.
Robshaw with the steal.
They couldn't get it up to him, but he had just gotten off the exercise bike when they changed possession.
Shot from the corner wouldn't go out of the hands of Brady Mooney. As the only points for Belleville here in the third quarter. Tracy into the corner. Munoz lines up the three.
And of course he knocks it down. What a quarter. 31 points in the quarter for Sackets.
12 now for Gabe Munoz. Gordonier on the near side lost the basketball again. Robshaw's going to come up with it. and gets it over half court. Back across for Gordonier. Couple of changes ready for Belleville. Henderson, Hyman, and Hodge ready to come back in as Gordonier goes into the lane, draws the foul, nearly got the shot to go. 2, though, coming up for him at the line.
Couple of subs ready to come back in for Belleville. They are working, just trying to get the ball up the court. This has turned into an incredibly fast-paced game.
Fouls on Luke Peters, his second, as Gordonier makes the first. Good on the second, too, and now Hyman will come in for Cash Gordonier.
The lead at 29 as we approach a minute to go in the third.
Oliva, Peters, Munoz, Peters. No look into the corner. Munoz from deep again. That one finally does not fall. Now Hodge gets it back. As Mooney in the corner. Now Hyman, who threw it right to Nick Coco, taken away, and here's Peters. Looking to go with 35 left. Had it tipped out of plays. He went up for the shot. Sackets basketball.
Coming up the court, 2 on 3 without position. He never had a thought of pulling that back. He can go into the basket.
Got to inbound it here. Coco from the free throw line gets his own miss. Spins in the post and was tied up. Jump ball favors Belleville Henderson. Hyman. Eastman back to Hyman underneath. Peters picks him up in the press. Heave forward into the Belleville bench.
Final 20 seconds. And for once in this last 8 minutes, I think Sackets will slow it down because they have done nothing but speed it up in that third quarter.
Oliva across for Munoz. They go to Peters in the corner. Coco down low. Tough shot underneath. Defended really well by Hyman. Heave to end the quarter. Well short from Jacoby Robshaw.
That's one of the best quarters of basketball you're going to see.
Yep.
Especially at this level of sectionals. 31-4 in that quarter. And they missed a couple of shots. Boy, what a turn.
What was a back and forth nip and tuck first half has been anything but in the second.
Yeah, it couldn't be any more clear. That's just that switch flipped as soon as they pulled the trigger on that press. And they have not let up since. I guess Coach Hyman's going to have a nice long conversation with his guys over there. Since they've got no timeouts left, he may not see them again until the end of the fourth quarter. Give Belleville credit. They have not given up. They are not any lack of effort.
No, the heads haven't dropped at all either. They're just...
They've clearly got to be frustrated.
Nothing they can do at this point.
Yeah, they're just, for that quarter anyway, outmatched. Let's see if they can get things turned around a little bit here. Get some flow on offense, get a couple good possessions on defense, and see what happens.
Munoz doubled in the corner. Out to Peters, back to Munoz, picked up by Gordonier, pass it in the post, deflected out by Hyman. Good active defense underneath to deny that pass to Nick Coco. Munoz to Peters. 20 on the shot clock is Peters again. Terrific pass out into the corner. Munoz out of play, but it came off of.
Robshaw just got a finger on it.
Oliva now with 12 on the shot clock. Peters Tracy into the corner. Munoz looking for an option maybe on the skip. Back to him in the corner. 3 on the shot clock. Got to take a shot here. Oliva will not get it off in time.
Good defense there from against the Patriots from Belleville.
They'll inbound down here to our right-hand side. Gordonier from the free throw line.
Nice look.
A little different.
Open a look as he's seen all day.
A little different offense. They've got him off the ball. Got him an open shot, posting up at the free throw line. Tracy now on the near side into the lane.
Well, these guys get some shots up on the rim very creative ways.
Gordonier in for David. Over half court. Eastman closed down quickly here in the near corner. Back to Landon David. Rob Shaw will take the 3. That's short. Tipped by Munoz, controlled by Coco, and here's Oliva up the near side. Into the corner. Tracy. Oliva. Peters from way downtown. High arcing 3 off the back iron. Tipped around again. Comes out. Oliva will take it.
And knock it down.
Catch and shoot 3. Spencer Oliva. 21 now. 22, 23.
I got him at 23. At 19, he hit that free throw to make it 20 when he was supposed to get 2, but lost one. Oh, crafty move. I thought he was dishing that into the corner.
Hyman with the offensive rebound off his own miss and the finish. Zach Zabriskie agrees with the 23 for Oliva now. Has the ball.
He's waiting to get one of those 25, 26 footers. He just keeps taking an extra step out. He's going to fire one of these.
Peters in the post, back out, Oliva into the lane, Oliva from the left side, and one again.
Yes.
Second foul on Gordonier.
Great flow with that offense. Everybody touches the ball.
But it's snappy. Every pass is crisp. It's
Yep.
in and out of the hands quick, immediate. The off-ball movement is terrific. Everybody knows where everyone else is going to be. Gordonier, pull-up jumper from mid-range. He hasn't had a lot of those go down tonight, but capable from that sort of range. Munoz capable from deep. That one wouldn't go. Gordonier with another rebound.
Oh,
Oliva got a hand on it, but David on the reverse.
nice. Belleville get a chance to show a little something. They certainly looked better on the offensive end here in the 4th than they did in the 3rd.
Peters gets it back for Munoz. They come out to the near wing.
There's
Oliva,
a long
there
one.
it is.
And he poses. Takes a good long look at it. And it's not just offense. Stood there, didn't give Gardner a place to go, and created a turnover.
Yeah, he's been so active defensively. He's got a number of steals. 26 now, 28.
28, he had that layup, yeah.
Scoring so quick that they forget about it.
Little uniform check here. And the uniform was good enough.
Shot wouldn't go, though, on the inbound play for Alex Welch, who's in for the first time for Sackets Harbor. Another player in for them for the first time, too, is
Long
Owen Lahillier.
triple.
Coco came up with the rebound, and then he was fouled underneath. Might have been on Hyman.
I was thinking David, but we'll see who they called.
Both of them were in there.
Yeah, it was David. That's his 4.
Oliva. Lahillier from the far side. Tried to join the 3 parade. Gordonier has David in the corner. Steps into the mid-range shot, in and out. Tipped by Coco to himself for the rebound. Just over halfway gone, quarter number 4. Sackets doubling up Belleville Henderson, 62-31. Peters, the no-look pass underneath, trying to find Welch. David doubled here on the near side. Hyman. David gets it back. Now Harley Eastman. And David, just no space for Belleville on the offensive end as that one's out of play. Tipped by Sackets on the way out. Owen Hillier with a hand on it. Hyman inbounds for David. Out to Rob Shaw. High pass to the top of the arc for Gordonier. Floater with the left hand. That one wouldn't go. This one's tipped out of bounds, and it came off of.
Ooh, I think he landed on his ankle.
Last.
Yep, he's hurt, and I think he landed on a foot and immediately went to the floor. Yeah, that right ankle. I hope he's all right, but he came down really awkward. See any training staff out here. Oh, he is doing everything he can not to move that right leg. Yeah, I look back on the last, 3 quarters and a half. I've seen more creative attempts at the rim in this game than I've seen all season combined. Both of these teams, Gordonier, several of the guys from Sackets, they just find ways to get the shot off that just seems so unorthodox. He can't put any weight on that at all.
Right foot ankle.
He dropped immediately as soon as his feet hit the floor. He's going to go right to the locker room. Yeah, I'm going to need a player on the court here for Belleville. Oh, I think he's going to clear the bench here. I think they've waved the white flag.
Yeah, most of these guys have been into the game once. Well, all of them have been in earlier, but
got to think you're going to do the same thing for Sackets.
Sackets is about ready to do the same as well at the other side. Hodge in. Mooney.
I just get this feeling.
Vest calling McNitt too.
That Oliva wants one more deep one. There it is.
Doesn't get the roll. Rebounded underneath, but falling down on the play.
Yeah, that was his chance to eclipse 30. I think he was looking for one more. You could see it. Each time he got the ball, he just was looking for that little bit of space.
Timeout now called by Jake Hess, and this is to get some of that bench
in the game. Yep, the outcome no longer in doubt. Get some guys on the floor and get them some experience.
Yeah, this is a team with a lot of experience already in this sort of play under Jeff Robbins the last couple of years, this group, but any opportunity you can to get some of these guys into a game, you're going to take it.
Yep.
It's still fairly
for a couple of reasons. They've earned it too in practice and throughout the season. And for the younger guys, it could pay you dividends down the road, get them some experience in a sectional quarterfinal game.
So Peters will stay out there, one of the few seniors on this Sackets roster. But a couple of guys in off the bench. Alex Welch, who's been in and out here in the fourth quarter. Owen LaHillier has the ball now. Luke Forst is in at the free throw line, posting up, and down low is Nick Thorpe. Peters, that's Forst. Works out back to Luke Peters. 10 seconds left. He goes down low to Thorpe, out to LaHillier.
He's trying
now
to get
Peters
these guys a shot,
wants
and
somebody
nobody will
else
take
to shoot.
one.
From the corner, tough shot, short. Alex Welch, offensive rebound, Peters.
Yeah, they reset the clock there before anybody had possession. That should have been a violation.
McNitt came away with the rebound. Mooney out to Hodge here on the near side. Taken away by Peters here as Vest was stripped of the basketball. Under 2 to go.
Nice
Peters
look.
to Thorpe underneath.
Oh,
blocked.
nice block.
Jaden Stoner with a rejection for Belleville Henderson.
And another steal.
Hodge.
Going to get a couple of guys in, call the timeout just to get a couple more subs in the game.
Welch and Peters are the players to make way for Sackets. Here's Luke Forst. Christian McKeever in for Sackets. There, that last change. Another sub ready for him as McKeever puts up the
There's
three.
a shooter.
Rebounded by Vest. Underneath Jason Vest, and he'll carry over half court. Vest to McNitt.
Open
Into
three.
the corner. Hodge.
Short or blocked?
Short. Whether it was tipped or not is unclear. Now another
sub.
change for Sackets. Yep, as LaHillier will come out. Nevin Williamson in for the Patriots. Tyler Hanners had the ball here on the near side. Forst, Thorpe, back to Forst, way downtown, off the right iron, and unable to save it in the near corner is Tyler Hanners. Belleville basketball. And shot clock should be turned off. It is.
There it goes.
Hodge over in front of the Belleville bench.
Like to see one of these guys get in the scorer's column.
McNitt back to Hodge to the near side. Mooney top of the arc. They go out to McNitt in the corner and then back to Hodge.
If anybody wants to take it.
McNitt into the post.
He'll take it.
Vest.
Oh, right on line. Good looking
Strong.
shot.
Rebounded well by Luke Forst. And Sackets can run the clock out here and move on.
That'll do it. What a performance. Those last 16, 19 minutes. Wow.
Just a ridiculous third quarter.
Oh, God. 31-4.
What was a 2-point game at halftime?
Became 29 at the end of the third. Fantastic performance. Great season for Belleville. Kudos to them. But they were outmatched that second half today. Sackets, they're going to be a tough out. They shoot the ball. When it gets going, they shoot the ball very well. A lot of guys that aren't afraid to shoot it. And that press, lethal, as we saw today. Lethal. Whoever they catch in the next round, Copenhagen or DeRuyter, better have some plans to beat that press.
Ron mentioned Copenhagen and DeRuyter, the other game on this side of the bracket. That's tomorrow night at DeRuyter. They're the 3 seed. And then those two teams will play the winner of this game, obviously Sackets, on the 4th of March at RFA in the Class D semifinals before the final, obviously down at OCC. Really impressive stuff from Sackets in the second half. They double up Belleville Henderson 62-31.
Yeah, that was an impressive display. It was a very fun, it was all fun. I shouldn't say it that way. But that first 15, 16 minutes of the game,
some of it was more fun than others.
And then fun for pretty much the guys in red and white. And from that point forward, I'll go back to the beginning of the game. You said it in the first quarter. You mentioned the press, and we waited and we waited and waited. And as soon as they flicked the switch, honestly, the game was over early in the third quarter. Kudos. What else can I say? I've been talking them up the entire second half. They just looked fantastic. That's a heck of a basketball team. A lot of athletes on that Belleville team. They gave them a good run there for a half. But Sackets, clearly the team that deserved to move on. They were the better team tonight.
So the Patriots' impressive season under first-year head coach Jake Hess will continue. They'll play the winner De Ruyter and Copenhagen the first week of March.
And we'll go watch Loudville and General Brown tomorrow. Can't wait.
Yeah, coming up for us, like Ron said, Loudville, General Brown. That's tomorrow night from Loudville. And then next Monday night we'll be in Watertown for the girls' Class D sectional semis. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to sectional basketball on NBC Watertown from Charlie Bridge Court in Sackets Harbor, New York. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch you tomorrow night from Loudville.
Can't wait.